time, but not prenatal yoga. And the education and the practices that we learned, the other moms who were due before me in the class started having these beautiful, empowering birth experiences. And I began to think that possibly I could do it too. And then I went on to have the most beautiful, empowering birth experience. We did have a hospital birth because we knew that our baby would have a cleft lip and palate and we needed a pediatrician on our team, but I coped the entire way through. The nurse and the midwife were amazing, and I honestly never even thought to ask for pain medication. It was such an incredible experience and so different from the other horror stories that I had been hearing that I just wanted to share it with the world, and it was really the first reason for this channel. I went on to specialize in pregnancy and postpartum yoga and fitness and birth education, and now I have heard thousands of positive, empowering birth stories from you guys. So today we're doing the exercises, stretches, breathing strategies to prepare you for your positive birth experience. Of course, some things in birth are out of our control, and I can't guarantee that you're gonna have a positive, pain-free delivery, but I do know how much preparing can make an impact and set you up for the best possible chance. We'll start warming up on the mat, then we're gonna do a few standing exercises. If you have a block or a thick book, I will use it for one of the exercises, and then we'll finish off on the mat again. We can start sitting in a comfortable position. You can either be right down on your mat or sit on a little pillow or block if it's more comfortable and helps you find length in your lower back. Let's take a big inhale, stretch over to the side, ballooning out through your side body, making room under your ribs for your baby. Let's take a big arm circle. Good, exhale. Coming up, switching to the other side. Big arm circles. Good, exhale, up. Throughout the class, we'll use our 360 breath. We're gonna breathe in 360 degrees around in our ribs, expanding through your ribs, and then exhale, pull your baby in, hug your baby to your spine. Good, one more time. Good. Your belly will shrink a little as you hug your baby in. We can come to all fours. Let's mobilize our spine with cat and cow. On an exhale, tuck your chin and your tailbone under. Inhale, tilt your tailbone and look up, moving back and forth with your breath. Good. Coming to a neutral spine. We'll take some hip circles here to mobilize our pelvis. So we want to imagine a pencil coming straight out of our tailbone, and we are going to draw circles on the wall behind us. Drawing the circle as big as you can. Good. Let's go the other direction. Beautiful, coming back to your neutral spine. Let's extend one leg out behind. You can tuck your toes, feeling a nice stretch through the back of your leg and your calf. Take a couple of 360 breaths here. Inhale. Ribs expand. Exhale. Pulling your baby in. Good, let's switch to the other leg. Continue to breathe. Good, coming back to all fours. Let's come up to standing. We can take our feet wide apart facing the front. We're gonna lunge to the side, coming back up through center. Really shooting your hips back behind you, keeping your chest lifted. Let's do one more on each side. Good. We're going to hinge at our hips now. We want to keep length in our lower back. So you can almost imagine if you were pinching a little bit of skin here, bend in your knee, and then as you hinge forward, you're able to keep that pinch there. If you're rounding out, you'll lose that pinch there. So that's how you know you've got lots of length, as if you're trying to tap your glutes on something behind you. Come back up, hinge. Good. We can bring our hands up behind our ears. Two more here. Last one. Amazing. We're gonna squat in center, take a wide step out, switching sides. Last side. Good. If you have a block now, you can grab a block. You could also do this on the bottom of a stair. We'll place one foot on the block, and then we're gonna hike our hip up, lowering it down again. Last one. Perfect. Let's switch to the other side. One more. Good, we can place our block away. We'll come into a lunge position here, and then you can either come up and keep your toe tapped on the ground, or if it's available to you, lift it off into an airplane position here, and then coming back into your lunge. Moving with control, exhale, pull your baby in, returning to your lunge. Last one. Good, this time we can place our back leg down nice and straight. Let's tuck our tailbone under. You can feel a stretch through your psoas, and then take same arm as leg that is back and reach up and over. Breathing into your side ribs. Exhale, pull your baby in to come up. We can switch to the other leg. Finding a steady lunge. Exhale, coming up. Lifting that back leg if possible. Even if it's only a little bit. One more. Beautiful. Bringing that back leg down straight. If your heel pops off, that's okay. And then a nice side bend, releasing through your side body. Exhale, pull your baby in to come up. We can take some nice side reaches now, taking your back foot behind, and so you can get a full side body stretch. Good, exhale, switching sides. Think of this as a core exercise as you switch. Last one. Beautiful. So two options here. You can either do sumo squats, feet wide apart, 45-degree angle, and you're coming down to here. Or if it's available, you can do a deep squat, coming all the way down. If your heels pop off, that's okay. You could put little rolls of toilet paper or something, a wedge to elevate your heels. And then we're gonna come back up again. If you're only going part way down, that's okay too. Amazing. Let's grab a sip of water and then we'll get down on the mat. Let's come back to all fours. On your next exhale, we can lift opposite arm and leg, pulling your baby in. Switching sides, not letting your hips rock at all. Exhale, pulling your baby in. A little hold at the top. Good. We'll move into bear hovers. If that's feeling it too much, you can lift one knee off instead of both knees. Let's tuck our toes. Big inhale, expanding through your ribs, especially side and back ribs. Exhale, pull your baby in, lifting one or both knees off. Release, inhale. Again, exhale, pulling your baby in, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. One last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's lower down onto our side. We can keep our bottom leg bent, feel lifted through your lower side body, even if it doesn't actually lift off. We can extend our toe and fingers, and on an exhale, pull your baby in, elbow, knee together. Really pulling your baby in. Two more. Good, you can place that top hand in front, and let's circle our top foot about the size of a basketball. Go the other way. Beautiful. We'll work on our internal rotation now, which is excellent for labor preparation. In the pushing phase, you want to have internal rotation, opening the outlet of our pelvis. So we'll open into clam, and then internal rotation, flick your top ankle up as far as it will go, and back to clam. Good. Hold there before you come down. Last one. Beautiful. You can either roll over or switch to the other side. Stacking your hips and your knees before extending. And when you're ready, exhale, oblique crunch. One more. Good, taking that top arm down for balance and circling here. Switching directions. Good. Stacking your knees now, clamshell, and lifting your ankle and hold for 3, 2, 1. Good. These are great muscles to strengthen for birth preparation. If you have an epidural or you're feeling tired, side lying is a great position to labor and birth in because it still allows movement of your sacrum and tailbone, allowing baby to come out. Your sacrum can move up to 18% if it has room, allowing that extra room for baby to come out. But if you're on your back, then it can't move that extra 18%. Good, last one. Perfect. Let's come back up to a kneeling position. We'll move into some kneeling lunges, also great for during labor. We can move back and forth. We can also turn out our front leg, providing some asymmetry in the pelvis. Good when the baby is mid-pelvis. So when you're wanting baby to drop down into your pelvis, you want to open the inlet. And then when it's mid-pelvis, you want asymmetrical movement to wiggle baby through. And then when you're pushing, you want to open the outlet with internal rotation. Good, we can switch to the other side. You can also do this standing with your leg up on a bed or a chair. Good, we can bring that leg back in. So two options here. We can either move into butterfly pose or a deep squat. If deep squat doesn't feel good, you can open up your hips with butterfly pose. If you want to put blocks or blankets underneath your knees to support them, you can, or alternatively, you can come to a deep squat position, and we'll hold here while we do some breathing techniques. So while we're here in either a deep squat or butterfly, I wanted to talk a little bit about purple pushing or closed glottis pushing and open glottis pushing. So they used to teach moms to take a big breath in, hold their breath, and wrap around their baby and push as hard as they can. But research actually shows that that can increase risk of tearing. So if we do open glottis pushing or letting a little bit of exhale or air out, it decreases the pressure on the perineum tissue. So if you want to picture an elastic, if you are pushing really hard and stretching it fast, it's more likely to snap than if it is going very slowly. So you want to try to let some air escape. So take a big inhale in, and then picture a J breath down. So the air is going down and out. Oh, you can use your vowel sounds like ah, ooh, or ee. And it may come out a little bit more guttural, like oh, or a grunting sound, and that's totally normal and okay. But allowing a little bit of air to escape is going to protect your perineum from tearing. The other thing that I didn't know about when I had my first baby is laboring down. So just because you are 10 centimeters dilated doesn't mean that your body might be ready to push. And so when I was 10 centimeters, they told me to push, and I pushed with all my might. It broke blood vessels on my face, and I was so exhausted. Whereas I knew about laboring down with my next two, and I spent much less energy pushing because my body was doing all the work and I was just supporting my uterus in pushing my baby out. And when you are ready to push, your body will be pushing for you, and you will know. I heard myself grunting and pushing, and I knew that it was time for me to push. Okay, you did amazing. Let's come out of our squat or our butterfly, and we can do some windshields with our knees. Take any last stretch that might feel good. Coming back to a cross-legged position. Before you go, I wanted to share something really special with you. I have created a birth plan and birth prep workbook. It is the most complete and supportive birth plan